while the bad eggs have vowed never to let the best of things happen to Burkina Faso and its citizens. So as the president, Captain Ibrahim Traore also vowed never to rest until he arrests all the agents working for the West to undermine his efforts towards bringing good governance to the people of Burkina Faso. Today, we're diving into a stunning development out of Burkina Faso, where the country's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, has reportedly ordered the arrest of an alleged foreign spy. This incident is sending shockwaves through the region and beyond, raising questions about espionage, national security, and Burkina Faso's shifting alliances in an already volatile part of West Africa. Stick with us as we unpack all the details, what we know, what it means, and why it matters. Let's get started. Earlier this year, Burkina Faso's junta-led government announced the detention of an individual accused of spying on behalf of a foreign power. While official statements from Ouagadougou have been sparse, sources close to the regime claim this person was caught red-handed gathering sensitive intelligence on Burkina Faso's military operations and its growing ties with new international partners. Captain Ibrahim Traore, the 36-year-old leader who seized power in a coup back in September 2022, personally addressed the nation in a brief broadcast, calling the arrest as a decisive blow against those who seek to undermine the nation's sovereignty. But who was this alleged spy? Which country are they tied to? And what does this mean for Burkina Faso's place on the global stage? Here we would like to encourage you to send us a super thanks, super sticker, and join our membership group to get all our exclusive videos right on our channel. And don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button. Now let's continue. For those unfamiliar, Ibrahim Traore is no stranger to bold moves. Since taking control of Burkina Faso nearly 2.5 years ago, he's positioned himself as a fierce nationalist, often compared to the country's revolutionary icon, Thomas Sankara. Under his rule, Burkina Faso has kicked out French troops, cozied up to Russia, and formed the alliance of Sahel states with Mali and Niger, moves that have ruffled feathers in Western capitals. This latest arrest fits right into Traore's narrative of defending Burkina Faso against foreign interference, a theme that resonated with many of his supporters. Now, let's get into the specifics, or at least what we know so far. According to Burkinabe state media, the alleged spy was apprehended in the capital, Ouagadougou, during what officials described as a covert sting operation. Details are murky, but reports suggest the individual was posing as a humanitarian worker, a common cover for espionage in conflict zones. A source disclosed that the suspect was carrying encrypted communication devices and maps pinpointing military installations in the north, where Burkina Faso has been battling a brutal insurgency linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. The junta hasn't named the country this spy allegedly worked for, but speculation is running wild. Could it be France, Burkina Faso's former colonial ruler, still smarting from being expelled? Or perhaps the United States, which has watched its influence wane in the Sahel. Some even point to neighboring Ghana, where tensions have simmered since former President Nana Akufo-Addo accused Traore of hosting Russian mercenaries. Then there's the wild card. Could this be tied to Morocco, which recently mediated the release of 4 French nationals detained in Burkina Faso last December? Whoever it is, this arrest comes at a time when Burkina Faso's foreign relations are a geopolitical powder keg. Let's put this in context. Burkina Faso has been a hotbed of instability for years. Since 2015, jihadist violence has killed thousands, displaced over 2 million people, and stretched the military thin. Traore came to power promising to turn the tide, but critics say the situation's only gotten worse. Just last August, a horrific attack in Barcelona left hundreds dead. Some estimates say up to 600, sparking outrage and protests against the junta. Amid all this, Traore's regime has cracked down hard on dissent, abducting journalists, activists, and even magistrates who speak out. So, an alleged foreign spy? That's fuel on the fire for a leader looking to rally his base and justify tighter control. However, this arrest could be a double-edged sword. If Traore can prove foreign meddling, it strengthens his grip on power and his anti-Western stance, just like that of his successor Thomas Sankara. Ibrahim Traore has been working so hard since taking office in 2022. Since assuming the presidency of Burkina Faso in September 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traore has implemented a series of initiatives aimed at enhancing national sovereignty, economic self-reliance, and cultural identity. His administration's efforts encompass various sectors, including defense, economy, agriculture, infrastructure, and foreign policy. Strengthening national defense. Under President Traore's leadership, the Burkinabe military has undergone significant reforms to bolster its capabilities. Formation of Special Rapid Intervention Brigades. These units are equipped with advanced protective gear and enhanced firepower to effectively combat terrorism and safeguard national sovereignty. Acquisition of advanced military equipment. The government has procured drones and aircraft from Turkey and Russia, enhancing surveillance and combat operations against insurgent groups. Economic diversification and industrial development. To reduce dependency on external entities and promote local industries, several key projects have been initiated. Gold refinery establishment. In 2024, Burkina Faso inaugurated its first gold refinery, extracting 93 kilograms of gold from 142 tons of mining residues, thereby retaining more value within the country. Nationalization of gold mines. The government successfully nationalized 2 major gold mines for $80 million, resolving legal disputes and asserting control over valuable resources. Tomato processing plants. 2 tomato processing facilities were established to boost local agriculture and reduce reliance on imported goods. Agricultural modernization. Recognizing agriculture's pivotal role, the administration has implemented measures to enhance productivity. Provision of equipment. Distribution of over 400 tractors, 239 tillers, 710 motor pumps, and 714 motorcycles to support farmers and improve agricultural efficiency. Increased production. Between 2022 and 2024, tomato production rose from 315,000 to 360,000 metric tons, millet from 907,000 to 1.1 million metric tons, and rice from 280,000 to 326,000 metric tons. Infrastructure development. Efforts to improve national infrastructure include road construction and upgrades, development of new roads, widening existing ones, and transitioning gravel roads to paved surfaces to enhance connectivity. Ouagadougou-Danson Airport. Construction of a new airport, expected to handle 1 million passengers annually upon completion in 2025. Aiming to boost trade and tourism, cultural and judicial reforms. In a move to promote cultural identity and reduce colonial influences. Judicial attire reform. Judges have replaced colonial-era wigs and gowns with traditional Burkinabe attire made from local cotton, reflecting national pride and autonomy. Foreign policy and national sovereignty. President Traore's administration has taken decisive steps to assert Burkina Faso's sovereignty. Expulsion of French military presence. The government expelled French troops and suspended certain French media outlets, signaling a shift towards greater autonomy. Strategic alliances. Strengthen ties with nations such as Russia, Iran, and Turkey, diversifying international partnerships and reducing reliance on former colonial powers. Challenges and ongoing efforts. Despite these achievements, Burkina Faso continues to face security challenges. Insurgent attacks. In August 2024, a jihadist attack in Barcelona resulted in significant civilian casualties, underscoring the ongoing threat of extremist violence. However, President Traore's administration remains committed to addressing these challenges through continued military reforms and community engagement to restore peace and stability. In summary, President Ibrahim Traore's tenure has been marked by efforts to strengthen national defense, promote economic self-reliance, enhance cultural identity, and assert sovereignty on the international stage. While significant progress has been made, ongoing challenges necessitate sustained efforts to ensure lasting peace and development in Burkina Faso. However, if the spy is linked to a Western nation, expect diplomatic fireworks. France, for one, has a history here. 4 of its nationals were detained in Burkina Faso in 2023 on espionage charges before being freed late last year. The US has also been vocal about Russia's growing footprint in the Sahel, with mercenaries from groups like the Wagner Group or its successors, propping up regimes like Traore's. On the flip side, if this is tied to a regional rival, it could escalate tensions within the alliance of Sahel states. Either way, Burkina Faso's not making friends right now. Online, reactions are pouring in as some users are cheering Traore, calling him a hero of African independence. Others aren't buying it, with some saying it's probably another excuse for Ibrahim Traore to play dictator in Burkina Faso. The debate's heating up, and we want to hear from you. What do you think? For the people of Burkina Faso, this is more than just a news story. It's about survival in a country battered by violence and uncertainty. Whether this arrest is a genuine security win or a political stunt, it's another chapter in Ibrahim Traore's high-stakes gamble to reshape Burkina Faso's future. Will it solidify his rule or sow the seeds of his downfall? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, Ibrahim Traore will stop at nothing towards making sure that all the spy and enemies of Burkina Faso don't see the light of the day. So what do you think? Is Traore taking on foreign threats or tightening his grip at home? Hit that like button if you want more coverage like this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next update. Until next time, stay out of trouble.